Hello, everybody. My name is Joe Pangallo. I own CrossFit Spring Hill, and I am joined by our two nutrition coaches, Abby Cooper and Jonathan Poirier. And the three of us have been hard at work developing a new nutrition offering that we're super excited about and really excited to introduce to you guys. If you're somebody like we have all been in this boat as well, who struggles with knowing the right things to do when it comes to nutrition, but struggling to actually put it into action and have the accountability to follow through and finally get control over your eating and get the results you're after, this is going to help you guys. And we're super, super excited to be able to offer it to you. So it was born out of, we've done a few different group nutrition coaching programs. We do one-on-one nutrition coaching, and we still will continue to do that. But we've really felt the benefit of having a group of people go through a nutrition coaching program together. We did that last spring with the Spring Sculpt and got a ton of great feedback. A lot of people said that was their favorite group program that we had done. People got a lot of results, losing body fat, gaining muscle, getting just knowledge and empowerment and awareness around their eating. And a lot of people actually told us at that time, I wish there was more. Like, I wish this would keep going. Can we keep going with this? And so we have come up with something that is going to be that and more. And it is a Nutrition MasterClass, the CrossFit Spring Hill Nutrition MasterClass. And we're doing the first one, offering it starting September 10th. And we're super excited about it. Abby, can you just share a little bit about, just from your heart and experience, about why we decided to offer this new program and come up with it?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, an expression, I did not come up with this. I heard this and I feel like it rings true, is that September is the new January. And I think for a lot of us, myself included, kids go back to school this month, hooray. And like a lot of us will settle back into a routine and structure. And like September is a really good time of the year to sort of regroup and get refocused, especially as we start to anticipate the end of this year. And we all know what's coming in terms of holidays and all of that. And so I think first and foremost, the timing is really important. And it's just a really solid time of year to focus on your nutrition. I think the other part, and you've alluded to this, Joe, is I think so many people struggle. There are knowledge gaps. There's a lot of confusing information out there about nutrition, and it can feel like you don't know what's the right answer. And so this masterclass is going to be a blend of, yes, education and like helping kind of clear up any, myths or concerns or, all the confusion that exists out there, but also helping you move from just knowing about a nutrition topic to actually implementing it. And I think that is really the difference, right? Like knowing doesn't solve it for you. You actually have to put things into practice. And so the length of this program is going to allow John and I to really get into the weeds from a support standpoint and really help people move from just knowing about this stuff to actually putting it into practice.
Yeah, for sure. And John, what are some of the problems, challenges that you see people having with nutrition, and how will this Nutrition Masterclass help solve those problems for people?
Yeah, I think a lot of the problems that people have surrounding their nutrition is they just don't have sustainable habits built into their lifestyle. And so what I think that this program is going to help provide is habits that can compound onto each other. But not only that, but also clarity around, how to build these habits themselves, and the community aspect, to show that everybody is kind of, we all struggle. We all have the same struggles when it comes to nutrition. And it's also going to provide that accountability piece as well. With the small group coaching, clients will be able to be coached in front of, their peers. And that's going to create an environment where people are feeding off of that and they want to grow.
Yeah. Let's dig into that just a little bit with the group aspect of it, because we could, and we have, and we do offer programs like this one-on-one, which is great because we can really dig into some very specific action items for people But there's also something really special about the group, which is what we've discovered doing some of our previous challenges and group programs, as far as the interaction, and you get to hear someone else ask a question that you didn't even think to ask. Like, I've learned a lot, even just from participating in these programs. So not only do you get the coaching from the coaches, but you also get, it's just like doing a workout in the gym with a group of people. You're all going through it together, and like, this is hard for me, but I also know the person next to me is experiencing the same thing, and we can do this together. And there's just that commitment of like, okay, myself and several other people are all making this commitment together. So let's follow through on it. So as far as the approach of this particular program, we don't have to break down everything like week by week, but in general, we are going to start with a more of like a macro based approach, getting control of your intake, calories, macronutrients, especially protein. And the reason is, some programs, it's just like they put you on a macro profile and it's like, that's it, weigh and measure, and that's your macros, and that's the end of the story. For us, it's a tool to empower you to learn about what you're eating and be able to use that to shape your diet going forward, really for the rest of your life. So Abby, how have you seen that particular approach help people, and what are they going to gain from the coaching they'll get on that in the Nutrition Masterclass?
Yeah, so I think most of us were very bad judges of our intake. And so I think we've always said this, like, again, in previous challenges and like in working with one-on-one clients. It's like you think you know what you're eating, but then when you actually have that built-in accountability of, I am going to track this and like know that I know what I'm actually consuming, it opens your eyes. Again, it doesn't mean that you have to be like boxed in and super rigid for the rest of your life, but it's really about educating yourself and empowering yourself to know that information so that you can make informed decisions about what needs to change. Where do I have gaps in my diet? I never eat vegetables. I'm eating no protein or very limited. I don't get any fiber in my diet. Like, all these things, when you don't have that visibility, it's very easy. I sometimes call it to be a floating head, which is where you sort of like detach and you don't really have awareness or accountability to this. And like, what we really want to do is help people like increase that awareness, and then us as coaches to come alongside them and support them. And okay, these gaps have been identified. Now, what are we going to do about that? How are we going to solve it?
Yep. And we've talked about this before, even us as coaches. And in my experience, everyone I know who seems, nobody has like nutrition completely figured out, but the people who seem like they have their nutrition under control, it's supporting their goals for fueling their workouts and body composition and things like that, at some point in that journey have used weighing and measuring and tracking as a tool to calibrate. So we want to share that with you guys and coach you through it so that you can also get that benefit from it, of finally having control over your nutrition and knowing the dials to turn to get the results you're after. And we'll specifically help you with that and help keep you accountable to it. So let's get into a little bit more of the specifics. So the way this is going to work, it starts September 10th, and there's going to be a couple different options. We're going to do a 4-week option for this masterclass, and we're going to do a 12-week option. And that's because the last time we did this, so many people were like, I wish this went longer. And we've also seen that people who get the most long-term results put in at least 12 weeks of focused effort on changing the way they eat. But we're offering that 4-week option because there are a lot of people who maybe have done something like this before, and you really just want that, like a 4-week like reset, to sharpen, to recalibrate, just participate with some peers with some accountability to get your nutrition back on track. And then the 12-week option, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into some topics beyond macros, and we'll get into some of that stuff in the 4 weeks too. But John, you just want to just a minute on just some of the things we'll dive into in that back half 8 weeks.
Yeah. So in the back half, we're going to talk about.
I put John on the spot.
Sorry, I've got it pulled up in front of me. So We're going to talk about meal planning and meal prepping and kind of the differences there and how to go about that. We're going to talk about, why is this not working? Talking about all the reasons why, hey, I'm doing all the things that, my community, my coach has suggested, but, I'm not getting the results that I want. And there's a plethora of reasons why that could be. And so we're going to dive into each of those. So that way you can identify which one or ones of those could be affecting your results. We're going to talk a lot about mindset as well. So, how to use the material that we're presenting in a positive way to shape your habits and to really, because our goal with this 12 weeks is, we want people to make their own decisions about food and feel comfortable doing so. And so having a positive mindset around these practices is going to help get you there. And then, we're going to end by the time the 12 weeks is over, we're getting into Thanksgiving, we're getting into Christmas. And so we're also going to get into, kind of navigating outside the norm. So what does that look like? Holidays, travel, flying, eating out at restaurants, spending time with family, being at parties with alcohol, and how do I navigate that and stay on track? And there's a balance there. And so we're going to talk about, just finding that balance so that I can continue to achieve my goals while still enjoying myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And something we all struggle with a little bit that time of year. So that'll be super helpful. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So so there's this 4-week version, there's a 12-week version, and then we're also going to have a 12-week version we're calling MasterClass Pro, where you will have an assigned one-on-one coach for the 12 weeks, where you'll get 3 additional 60-minute one-on-one meetings with your coach. You can really dig into some stuff. You could schedule those for before it starts to really dig in. You could even schedule one of them for like a few weeks after the challenge or the masterclass is over, so you can kind of check in and touch base with your coach. But that 4-week version, this is what we want you guys to know. The 4-week masterclass is $179, and the 12-week masterclass is $469. But we are doing an early bird discount for the first 10 people that sign up by September 1st, which is a Friday. This thing starts on September 10th with a live in-person workshop. The first 10 people that sign up by September 1st, the 4-week version is going to be $159, and the 12-week version is going to be $449. So you can save a little bit, but we're only going to offer 10 of those early bird discounts, and you have to do it before September 1st. So we'll post the links. The links will be up on this video, everywhere else where our members can find them, where everybody can find the link. And if you guys have more questions, reach out. You can reach out to me anytime, joe@crossfitspringhilltn.com. I can always put you in touch with John and Abby if you have specific questions for them. We're really excited about this because we think it's going to help a lot of people make some breakthroughs, break through some plateaus, and get in control of their nutrition in a way that they haven't been able to in the past. So we're excited about it. John and Abby, thank you. You guys have put in a lot of work to this. I'm super excited to share it with people. So thank you guys, and we'll share more information and chat with you guys more about it soon.